Welcome back to Instant Clarity Podcast. My name is Tjaša Dorelay and I'm a channeling medium. Do you want to sleep better and have more energy during the day? If so, this episode is for you. I'm channeling angels of sleep and they share with us 4 different stages of brain that are activated during the day and during the night. And also you get clarity on 10 tips how to improve your sleep. Go and listen to this episode and find out how you can start sleeping better. Dear beautiful soul, we are angels of sleep and we are here to share with you clarity on how to sleep better. It is so important that you sleep well, because when you sleep well, your energy is restored. Do you know when you're browsing on the internet and you press button refresh page? This happens with you when you sleep well. You get refreshed. Not just your body, also your mind, your emotions, and most importantly, your energy. Your soul is living in your body, but every night, if you sleep well, your soul travels to astral realms and it activates its energies. When coming back in the morning, these energies are integrated in your body and you live more potently. Your soul is actually activating you every night for you to feel better, to live your life's purpose every day. So if your sleep is not good and you don't sleep well, this connection with your source, with your soul, does not happen. So your soul does not travel to astral realms if there is not enough hours of sleep. And when this happens is that you feel miserable. You don't have enough energy, you get ill, you have poor relationships, you are not a money magnet because your vibration is not vibrating high. That is why it is so important for you to sleep well. Because when you have good sleep, your soul is able to travel to astral realms, activating itself, bringing down to your body all these activated energies. And these energies are then activating your life. So here are some tips and understanding how to sleep better. For your sleep to improve, you must understand that there are different brain waves that happen throughout the day in your brain. So, there is this natural rhythm of how your brain is activated. And the natural rhythm is like this. When you wake up in the morning, from 6 a.m. forward, your brain goes to beta waves. This means that your brain is activating you to wake up and to be active in your life. Then later, in the first, let's say that now you imagine a clock. And now let's say there are 3/3 of one day. So every third is 8 hours. So in the first third of your day, the first 8 hours, what is happening is that your brain is activated in beta waves. So you have lots of energy to be productive, to be creative, to live fully, to move your body, to be present in your life. When this first third, so these first 8 hours of your day are gently moving to the second third, what is happening is that your brains go to alpha waves. So the waves of brain change. This happens naturally. Alpha waves are more relaxed, which means that you naturally are invited to not think that much, but rather to relax the body, to relax the mind, to relax your emotions, and to calm yourself down and fill your day with experiences that are not activating you to be in your full boost mode of your mind, but rather are activating you to be more calm, to rest, to slowly and gently move from activating yourself outside to recognizing and taking care of yourself inside. So the second third of your day naturally is activating alpha waves of your brain, which invites you to start coming back home to your body, to yourself, and calm yourself down. And then what happens when the second third of the day gently moves to the third third of the day, so the last 8 hours, your brain waves go from alpha brain waves to theta brain waves and then to delta brain waves. So the last third of the day is actually activating 2 different brain waves. In this gentle release, or let's say transformation from alpha to theta waves, what happens is that you start opening yourself to your source. So if we said that beta waves are activating you to be in activation of outside circumstances and to live focusing on what is happening outside, alpha waves are inviting you to take care of the body and to come back home, so start turning inwards. And theta waves, which start your third of the day, are inviting you to become aligned with your source. So to start activating your practice of connection, your spiritual practice. And what happens is that every time you are allowing your body to naturally go from one brainwaves to other brainwaves, space will be created for you to reach deep sleep where your delta waves are activated. So during the sleep, your delta brain waves are activated, which is then even further connecting you to the infinite source of possibilities, to the consciousness of all being. So only in delta waves of the brain, in deep sleep, this refresh is happening. Remember at the beginning we said if you press the button refresh on your internet browser and the page that you're looking at is refreshed, this is what happens with all parts of you during delta brainwaves, so during deep sleep. So in order for you to sleep better, what needs to happen is that you need to come to deep sleep during your night, during your sleep. You need to reach delta brain waves. Good sleep is not inspired or is not activated when you go to bed. Good sleep starts in the morning. So it starts with you understanding this natural rhythm of your brain. And right now, maybe you think, well, what angels of sleep are saying is not true. You know why you would think like that? Because when you look at yourself and your habits and you look outside of yourself in the way how culture was created, you as a culture, you as a society, you are not respecting this movement of brain waves because you're not even understanding there is this kind of movement that naturally happens. That is why you are not respecting this movement. And because you're not respecting this movement, you've created habits that don't support this movement. So, in order to become the master of good sleep, what you need to do is become aware that this brain rhythm is happening every day. And you need to create your life around that understanding. So, if you now understand that the first 8 hours of your day that starts at 6 a.m., the first 8 hours, activate your brain in beta waves, then you know that the first part of your day you need to be active. You need to move your body, you need to work, you need to activate your brain, you need to be creative, you need to be in movement and in connection with what is happening outside. And when you will do that, you will automatically respect your brain waves. And later on, because now we have this understanding that the second part of the day, the second third of the day, that 8 hours you need to turn inwards and you start scheduling your day according to understanding of your brain. What happens is that you are again respecting your brain and you are respecting your cycle. And when you calm yourself down in the evenings, and when you understand that if you surrender yourself to your spiritual practice before going to bed, this will activate even more your theta brain waves, which naturally happen at that part of the day, you will respect the cycle. And what will happen is that you will reach delta waves during the night. You will reach deep sleep. And when you will reach deep sleep, you will sleep better. If we are looking at a society right now, you are not understanding this cycle, you are not respecting it because of your lack of understanding, and you have very little time in deep sleep. Let's say from 1 to 2 hours maximum, you are in deep sleep, which is very poor because you need to be in that frequency for at least 4 hours. Because when you are in the frequency of delta waves for at least 4 hours, this wholesome refresh can happen. This huge reset of your energy and of your system happens. And people who sleep well and have good sleep, they have more energy, they are more healthy, they have better relationship, they are manifesting quicker, they are living their life's purpose easily, they are full of light, they are full of their life force. Why? Because when you reach delta brain waves, at that time and space, your mind, your brain, your physical organs, your whole body, every cell is filling itself with light, with source light, with infinite possibilities and power of the source. So when you reach delta waves, it's like you're bathing in your own light, in the light of your source. So if you don't have enough deep sleep, if you don't reach delta waves, there is no light, and obviously what is inside is outside. So your vibration is creating your situation. If your vibration is low, you are experiencing situations that are not okay for you. If your vibration is high, you are experiencing situations that are fulfilling. So in order to live a fulfilled life, you need to be bathing in this light of your being, of your source, of your consciousness. And this only happens during delta waves, during deep sleep. So in order to find a better solution for your sleep, you first need to rearrange your life, all the tasks you have around that. And of course, now some of you will say, yeah, but I'm a night owl, or I cannot wake up in the morning. It's so difficult for me. Yeah, why? Because you already reprogrammed your body, because you've been doing that for so many months, maybe even years, decades even. And your body is now surviving on the program that you've actually pressed into it. So it is not your natural program. You can say to yourself, well, I function better like this, but you can say that because you haven't experienced the real synchronicity with your natural cycle. Because if you had synchronized yourself with your natural cycle and you would compare your natural cycle to what you're living right now, actually you would be devastated, because you would recognize that this life that you live right now is not so fulfilling. Even though if it feels fulfilling, there is so much more that you can experience when you put your schedule in respect to this natural cycle. And also maybe you say, well, I cannot sleep during the night because I work at night. Then we actually invite you to reconsider your job, to reconsider your work environment and work schedule, because you need to understand, if you're not respectful of this cycle is happening no matter what, okay? You cannot fake it. It's there because it's the cycle of planet Earth. So it is not possible for you to change the cycle of brain. You can actually influence brain by different substances, but this is just temporary. Because in the grand picture of life, this is a program on planet Earth. This is a program of human body, and you cannot change that. You have to respect that. You have to respect this cycle. So now few tips on how to sleep better. First tip is respect the cycle and rearrange your life, even if this will take months, even years. If it is so important for you to sleep well, because now you know that when you sleep well, you are full of light, so you are actually a creator at its best, you have to surrender yourself to this transformation. Good sleep will not just happen like that. You will snap the fingers and good sleep will happen. No, it is a process of transforming your habits. And the first habit is understand that the first 8 hours of the day, starting at 6 a.m., are the most active hours. The second 8 hours of the day, you need to turn inwards. Taking baths, maybe going on a walk, moving your body, relaxing, just gently, slowly coming back to yourself, to your home. And then the third 8 hours of the day, you're supposed to be sleeping. You're supposed to end your second third of the day so relaxed that in the third of the day, you can sleep. Physically, you can sleep. And in order to this to happen, you need to reorganize and rearrange your habits. And that's why we say this takes months, and we invite you to step on this journey. And we believe and we know that when you will step on this journey, so many benefits will happen for you that actually you will never go back to your old poor habits. And more tips on that. The first tip is the most important. So firstly, do that. And be respectful of the time this takes, okay? Don't think that from today to tomorrow, everything will change. Well, it won't. Be respectful, be loving, and just allow this to be a process. The second tip is you need at least 8 hours of sleep per night. And again, this is natural rhythm. You can think that you operate well with 5 hours, but you're actually not operating well. Just your standard for operation is very low. So it just for your standard of operating in life is very low. So for us, what we see is that you need at least 8 hours of sleep, and this we are talking about adults. So 16 plus years, you need to sleep 8 hours, and the best time for you to go to sleep is that you calculate, okay, if I wake up at 6 a.m. and I'm active for 8 hours, and then the next 8 hours I am relaxing, what is the time when the third of the day starts? If this clock of natural rhythm moves a little bit, maybe plus minus 1 hour, which is okay, still okay, you need to calculate according to that. So the best time to go to sleep is from 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., 8 hours of sleep. In order to improve your sleep environment, it is best that you sleep alone or that you sleep with a person who you are energetically close to. Don't sleep with pets and don't sleep with children. Of course, if they are babies, it is okay. But if they are not babies, you need to sleep alone or with your partner. If you're sleeping with different people, then obviously you will not sleep that good, because also in sleep your energies are connecting. The next tip, sleep in darkness. Create space of total darkness. Next tip, sleep in a room that was refreshed. Okay, so open the door, open the window, and allow fresh air to come into the room, so you will have better circulation of oxygen in your blood. Next tip, it is so important that you sleep in silence, that there is no white noise, there is no other sounds disturbing you, but that you have like perfect silence, if this is possible, or try to make it as silent as it gets. Next tip, it is important that you sleep in good environment. What we mean by that is that the clothes in which you sleep are from natural. The best is silk or cotton. To sleep in bed that is actually good for your body, that you feel rested after you sleep on that bed, so that also physical material around you supports your sleep. Next tip, it is so important that you don't have any electronic devices inside of your bedroom, and that the place you sleep in is only for your sleep, if this is possible. Many times it's not, but then rearrange your living situation so this is possible if sleep is important to you. Because if you eat and sleep and work in the same place, what happens is that all different energies are mixing there. You need to have this room, which is bedroom or any other room, just for sleep. And the only thing that is happening there is sleep, or maybe sex, but generally sleep. Why is this important? Because every room, every place that you spend your time in has energy. You inform with your actions energy of the place. So if you're sleeping there, then this energy will be circulating. If you're working and doing other things, all these energies will be activated there. So it is so important to do that. And really just put all electronic devices out and create this high vibration space. Next tip, don't eat before going to bed. At least 2 hours before going to bed, don't eat. Because if you eat before going to bed, your stomach and your organs in the body are dealing with this food that they need to process, and you are not really relaxed. Next tip, don't look into your screens, so your TV, your laptop, your computer, your phone, before going to bed, at least 1 hour. Why? Because all these vibrations that are emitting from those electronic devices are interrupting your brain patterns. So even if you have those glasses that are blocking blue light, you have to understand that, well, they help, but still, if you're looking at that devices, and if you're in environment with that devices, this is activating you nevertheless. And the last tip, End your day before going to bed with your spiritual practice, with channeled meditation. This is the best tip. Why? Because if you're listening to channeled meditation before going to bed, what happens is that meditation already opens your body and your brain for higher realms, which means that you are already in theta brain waves, which open you for astral, which open your soul to travel during the night. So if you will end your day listening channeling meditations, you will kind of slip into theta waves quicker, and then you will reach delta waves quicker, which means that the time you will spend in delta waves will be longer. So more time in delta waves, more deep sleep, more light that is activating you. These are some tips, and obviously there are more, but for now we want to share these tips. And when you become master of these tips, what will happen is that we will share more tips. So maybe see you in another lifetime. We are just joking, but it is so important for you to really take these steps seriously, because your health, your well-being, your state of your vibration is creating your life. Your being is creating your life. And if you have high vibration, if you have more light in the body, you are more powerful creator of your situations. We bless you. We love you. Angels of sleep. I wish clarity you received today has touched your heart, expanded your consciousness, and inspired you to be conscious leader of your life. If it has, please leave a review and share this episode with your friends. And let's stay connected on Instagram at Tjaša Dorelay. And of course, you know what I'm going to say? Remember, your vibration creates your situation.